Hello everybody, my name's Josh and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for everyone who's been watching so far. Reason for me being in this very awkward, uncomfortable position is because I'm in my car right now. I'm about to head off to the park, Raphael's or Raffles, however you like to call it, to go for a little run. I have decided to go for a little run in the park just to get my stamina up because I feel like that it's not to the best quality it can be. And then when I come back, I'll have a cup of tea and I'll have a little chat with you guys. How does that sound? Does it sound good? Great. I'll see you then for a cuppa. Okay, I'm ready. Want to run with me? Thought not. Okay, I'll see you back at home for a cup of tea. See you. Get me home for that cup of tea. Come join me. Got my tea. Come out, chillax after that run. Cheers to you. What? Okay. Hi guys, how are you? So this week, I thought I'd do a little bit of a background on me and get you guys to know a little bit more about me if you don't know who I am. As most of you probably know, my first style of dancing was Irish dancing. I owe all that to my nan, my auntie Nuala and my mum. Let me give you a little backstory on how it all began. So my nan, at a young age in Ireland, started Irish dancing classes, so had that as her background. When she grew up, she then became a nurse, then came over to London to carry on her training with being a nurse. If I'm getting any of this history wrong, family members who are watching this, all I can say is I apologise, I'm just doing what I can remember. She then met my granddad, who they met at a dinner and dance, got together, got married. They then had my mum, Jacqueline Harrison. They then had my uncle, Michael Harrison, who is now known Harry Harrison, but that's another story. And then they had Nuala Harrison Doherty. My mum, my auntie and my uncle all went to the Maguire O'Shea Dance Academy to learn how to Irish dance. The Maguire O'Shea Dance Academy is run by Kathleen and Michael Maguire, and it's still running today by Kathleen and Michael, but also their children went off and competed in the Great Britons, the Worlds, the All Irelands. My mum started teaching classes, I think in Brentwood, while she was pregnant with me. So I've basically been jigging about since being in the womb. My auntie then became a qualified Irish dance teacher and opened up her own dance school called Harrison Irish Dance Academy, which is still running today. So they were running classes. I think I can't even tell you what age I started Irish dancing, because I think as soon as I left the hospital, being in my mother's arms and I could move my legs, I was in class. And I started competing. I then went on and competed in like Great Britain, the Worlds, and I loved it to a point. I didn't really enjoy doing competitions as much because I got so nervous. And there was one time that I vomited before going on to compete, and I was made by my nan to go on. So that was cute. I don't know, there was just something about competing that I didn't like, but I absolutely loved when we did like displays and little showcases. That I did love. By the age of about 14, 15, I kind of stopped competing because I didn't enjoy it anymore, but I carried on still dancing, helping my auntie out at Harrison's. About 5 years ago, I went to the Michael Flatley Irish Dance Academy just for a bit of fitness, and that was taught by Simona and James. I went there for fitness. It was loved it, and we started like learning some of the show routine, and then we were learning like more technique because I hadn't really had a lesson for me in Irish dancing for a good few years because I started helping like with the teaching side. It was actually quite nice to do something for myself. A few weeks into the lesson, I got an email from Tom Cunningham, was at the time one of the dance captains of Lord of the Dance, who then emailed me and asked would I like to join them on tour whilst the show was going out to another country, which I can't remember what country it was, but so they had a show out in that country and then the UK tour, and they asked me if I'd like to join them on tour. So I was like, absolutely yes. There's actually this picture that I'm going to show now. I went to see Lord of the Dance Dangerous Games at the London Palladium, and I wrote a message basically saying, please Michael Flatley, choose me to be in the show. I've always wanted to do it. It's always been on my bucket list. And then 3 years later, I then got the email saying, would you like to be a part of it? So that kind of, I was quite proud of myself when that happened. So yeah, so I went off and did that, and that was absolutely amazing. Loved it. My shins didn't love me, but it was cool. We had ice buckets. Here's a little clip. It's going to be a bit blurry, but this is a little clip of me doing a bit of a dance in Lord of the Dance Dangerous Games. Thank you, Tom Cunningham and all the team there at Lord of the Dance, even Simona and James, for, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been able to have that opportunity. Obviously, I love musical theatre, I love acting and presenting, and that's, I don't know if you knew that, but I want to be a presenter, don't know if you knew. That's always been the dream, but it's been nice to still be able to carry on with the Irish dancing side, because it has been a family thing, and it started off with my nan. It's nice to just have that in the background and know it's still there. And I wouldn't really, if I'm going to be honest, if it wasn't for my nan and my mum and my auntie, I wouldn't have been able to do those opportunities. So I thank them three. And for my auntie, thank you for shouting at me and making me the dancer, the Irish dancer I am today. Even though right now I feel really unfit. Well, not today, maybe I was a few years ago. Since then, I've been fortunate enough to do little events, and a lot of it's down to Katie Maguire, who runs the Maguire O'Shea Academy. I was fortunate enough to do a little stint on the Sunday Brunch Channel 4, which is here.
Right now, but yeah, it's
hard.
tense, yeah.
There's a lot of jumping,
Skipping, get the fitness.
If you start Irish dancing, how long would it take until Tim and I are kind of like competing?
I'd say just about a week. And,
So the Sunday Brunch was absolutely great. Such a great experience. And for that first time doing that made me want to do more presenting, hence why I do all these videos today. A few months ago, Katie Maguire then asked if I would like to be a part of a little segment on It Takes Two, which is strictly show during the week, where a pro dancer learns a new style of dance. Pardon. And it was Ali Ash who came and learnt Irish dance, and there was myself and a few other dancers who went in, but at class 5, Katie was teaching us stuff and Ali Ash came in to then learn a few steps, and then we put a routine together. So this is what we ended up doing. If you didn't see it, this is it.
Years ago, from dances that were performed by Celtic druids in celebration of long click.
Long click. So we've got Josh and Shannon going to come in and demonstrate the long click. Okay, ready guys? 1, 2, 3. And step and push up 1.
And a click as well.
Another click.
It was a lot of fun. Absolutely loved it. Ali Ash is basically what you see is what you get. He is such a lovely person, so down to earth, and it was just really great. And thank you, Katie Maguire, for giving me opportunities like that. So yeah, that's my kind of Irish dancing career so far. And I'm very grateful to all those people that have helped me to get to where I am now, to been able to do all that stuff. Even though there are other things I want to be doing in this side, in like show business and TV business, it's always nice to have the Irish dancing as well, because that is the very first thing I started off with. So yeah, that is like my Irish dancing journey. So I hope you enjoyed. Hope it wasn't out. Stay tuned for next week. I'm going to post a little video of stuff. But thank you again for everyone who's been watching, who's been subscribing. From someone who started off with 12 subscribers to now having 121. Yes, it's not to other vloggers' standards, but that, I mean, 121, like, it's still a number and it's great and I really appreciate it. And yes, thank you so much for watching. I shall see you next week on some more videos. Love you all, and my name's George. Yeah. Oh, yes.